a party my yam maybe as a dakes and mammo the whole tea about Yamisha when you in Cambodia, any asundie, any campaign. Now you know, obey me about and for a dear, maybe mamma say. Now you know, obey me about and for a dear, maybe mamma say. And I got to about. And to some court, and I got to about. And to some court January 31st. Let's say who got to a bar. Tiemia who free Tieba. Gara who did not draw more. Yes, one. Agyapong young drama. Who will be a bar. My friend, a dear BM and MPP. And you're to be. Second chance in your pay. I'm back to Noah. And then I'll buy now. And then I'll buy now. It depends on says 80. Sir, will Noah. Of course, 2023. And now, one more noble fee, sir. Omo work to me or party ni mono. Omo protected. Omo positions in tea. Chinchilla young Kotuma Obia on to me winning and among we are Yana. And among we are Yana. And the Slamo, the Koto from the Yakupa Pamucham. Sabumi and Tia from Yagana Walker. Young Faka and Agyapong man. Yes, you're the Agyapong man. The year 2028, Vicky will be MPP Yahweh. Avoid. All I'm saying is, talk about jokes. I am pleading with you to vote for Kennedy Agyapong, because in the bus, truck bus, wherever you go, market, Ghanaians are crying for Kennedy Agyapong to leave this country. So don't listen to anybody who will come and intimidate you because of his own selfishness. The party victory is paramount, and therefore we need to come together without intimidation and make sure we select a winnable candidate that can win the 2028 election for the party. So please, no intimidation whatsoever, no more fears. We are going to vote with our conscience. We are going to listen to what Ghanaians are saying and cast our vote. Again, Ghanaians are looking for a businessman to create jobs for the youth of this country. Chaboy, we are not going to listen to rhetorics. We want somebody who can create businesses for the youth of this country. I always say that any human being without a job If I tell you I'm going to create jobs for you, believe in me. Let's ask some of the candidates what they have done in terms of jobs. Our biggest challenge in this country is unemployment. And the only candidate in the MPP who can solve unemployment problem in this country is Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. So I'm begging you. In the Bible, Matthew 28, verse 19, it says, go and make disciples of all nations. January 31st, Nienko winning 2028. Now MPP and Samra Power. Minimum CP. We are live on a man FM 107.1, Ash FM 101.1 of Kumasi, Asantumantamu, Love Radio 90.1, Asu Awa Asifosu. We are live, our Net 2 TV, we are live. We will California Baha, we will Ebedi and Fama, Ora Party, Wano Aya Chama, Bismarck Party, Aya Chama, Oka, Aya Central, let us say, I need circle and in the bottom of problem. Yanimu Eni Kama Aga Chama, and now by ye, across the other to me Agyapong. And then I'm saying, I'm not going to Ayaka Papa. No people say, as a chairman of conference, I then honorable Ken, as a I'm so. Because me who say contest na e personal say NPP e petumi NPP e pet no bet me 2028 what you for no maya and na honorable Ken ohini Agyapong ono pe e bet me di maya oni pe bi ni wa o party ni say ye tibia ye o bet me di akoko o bet me di maya this honorable Ken. All the three and yet they get to Quasim. I know Mama Baham Quasim. A video would tell me Ghana can't go on a 17.2. Business of business estimate 2 corner. Any other show, yeah, papa, honorable Ken, or me, Bismarck, watching, or no, I am MPP, or Person, I am assistant, I am assistant, because FM 107.1, or man FM 107.1, Ash FM 101.1, Nav Radio 90.1, yeah, live, yeah, the women say, ya do bibia se ya gusua se ya ni adofo no bi ebedi nkomo ya gusua se ya ni adofo no ebedi ankomo na ya wosoro se ya si form na ya tumi amini abra na me no ebedi nkomo bra ti ya gusu ani adofo no edi ankomo na obra kwasi party our family, Akasini, Akaka, Rabasi Party, Akasa, Adama, Honorable Ken, Profon, Agyapong, and Carpentimo, or a sport person, Akasi, on Man FM, Ash FM, Neptune TV, Not Radio, you are live, and then, Mukania, Akosua, Adiamatunaka. Didikai, Asada, and the Magana Manina, Titu, and before one mobile. The form about the form taken the Agyapong. One major declaration, and that declaration is a 2028. This is Agyapong PP. Now, that was also my Ghana. Who went to the Iraq, Kasayana, put the bus from Bias with the Agyapong by a better. Who are showing them Bias with the Agyapong by a better. Who are marketplace with Bias with the Agyapong by a better. And the Ghana for you now, second Agyapong or where they are Montero. And to do every Agyapong and near the ever. Now, your leadership are anchored on honesty, anchored on patriotism, and anchored on discipline. Leadership are any including any control, ever Ghana Maya, and you are Kennedy, Agyapong, and leadership that they are ever. And now, about where they went to Bangladesh, who have Bible now on today. Was so there's a son today, as I said that any other day, the percent today. If I said this was a man review, I just say you for the fire day, it's now the Bible, your boy, or Chelsea or another. Ghana fortress a tall another, and when they say a ship, they say the fire day, it's they say they move the review ever. This is about what I saw also. But the first one at the ever. All right, I wish you send you any part, I can't any papa, you know, mama. The Yamashebe. As I say, I never mobilization. We are all about a party for now, one more doctor in Agyapong. We have Ghana for Angasa, make us a party for Angasa. Where executive said, and then the family will play the campaign officer. Honorable MP said, by former ministers. They will pay former ministers in Kobe, power in the and the absent cry, I tell us the part of the Agyapong. I tell us Ghana, my ready at the air friend. Now, there's a friend, so you are cancer of us. All right, that's the party. I have been on customer for more. I'm on Casa, Adam, that's in the one. Okay, or you need to go for Ghana, and I didn't know I didn't from now. Mammy Joshua, now, Mr. Edifano Bagumi, now, minimum, all right, that's
...24 Stunden, 7 Tage die Woche, kauft kauf dein Auto doch, wann du willst. Dank Auto Hero wird Autokaufen endlich einfach. Wähle dein Traumauto aus und hole es in deiner Nähe ab. Oder lass es dir bequem bis vor deine Tür liefern. So macht Autokaufen endlich Spaß. Finde dein Traumauto. Jetzt bei Auto Hero.
Promise to do it. And we are carrying out our promises.
But it's not a good promise.
Why should we be accused?
But it's a good promise.
If it is not a good promise, why would people vote for us based on that promise?
Is the judiciary under attack? That is the criticism against.
No, judiciary is not under attack. There is a reform of state institutions. So if there's a problem with the judiciary has to be reformed to undertake its constitutional duties.
It is an independent body that should be left alone.
Independent of whom?
Independent of the executive.
Of the citizens.
Of the executive.
But what is the executive doing about the removal of the Chief Justice? The executive has done nothing about the removal of Chief Justice. If anything at all, the executive is undertaking their responsibilities as far as upholding the Constitution is concerned. So the executive, to my mind, has not done anything by itself to try and remove Chief Justice. The Constitution provides for the right of citizens who feel that a state institution is not delivering according to its mandate or responsibility. They have the right to do something about it. And in the case of the judiciary, the Constitution provides the way to go about it, that citizens can petition. And once the citizens petition, another person who is elected and is bound to also obey the Constitution, who has sworn to uphold the Constitution, he is bound to take some follow-up actions. And that is what President Mahama has done. And the system is running. So let's see where it takes us.
But you as a party, do you support the removal of the Chief Justice? The MPP has said they don't, and they went on the streets to demonstrate. As a party, NDC, do you agree?
MPP is a different story altogether. When they are in power, they are the institutions they support. When they are out of power, they are the same institutions, they withdraw their support. When we said there was something wrong with the Electoral Commission that needs to be corrected, they disagreed with us vehemently, only to turn around later to agree with us that, yes, the Electoral Commission is problematic and it needs to be worked at. We have maintained our position all along. Well, we have not sat anywhere to take a decision that this is what NDC is going to do to the judiciary. But we said that we will reset state institutions which are not functioning according to the way they should function in a democracy. And there is evidence all over. In fact, some of it gathered by civil society people, that Ghanaians, the confidence of Ghanaians in our judicial system has waned so badly. Is that not the case? I'm sure you have read some of the reports.
I've seen some.
So if the same Ghanaians whose opinions were polled are now taking steps to correct what they perceive to be wrong, I don't think that this should be in some NDC agenda, MPP agenda, or any other person's agenda. But it is citizens who have petitioned, and President Mahama is not the one sitting in judgment of whatever is happening. He is obliged to refer the matter to a committee, and that committee, the Constitution has provided a way of setting up that committee. That has been done. All the challenges to the process have so far failed. So that is a vindication that President Mahama is doing his work he swore to do on 7th of January.
But you see, she knows how our judiciary works, and she has come out to say that what she is witnessing is not proper, and that all the processes are flawed.
The woman herself.
Yes, just.
You see, it doesn't lie in her mouth to say that. If that is how the judiciary has been functioning under your leadership, and nothing has been changed so far at the judiciary, so the same process you were heading and subjecting citizens of the country to, you have been asked to now shift positions for you to go and face the same process. What has changed since we came to power? What have we changed at the judiciary?
She said,
have we changed the processes, the procedures in the judiciary? We haven't changed anything.
She said even the place where she's been questioned brings memories. The building near the castle. She said that she didn't think that was proper. It haunts her. I mean, it worries her, traumatizes her to go there every time. And she's not allowed to go with her husband and all of those things.
I don't know where in our constitution a right is granted to an accused person to choose a court building. Not the court, the building where the court is sitting. I haven't seen that right in our constitution yet. So, but I'm not a lawyer. They are lawyers. And it is his colleagues who are sitting in judgment of her. So if all his colleagues were wrong.
Her colleagues?
Her colleagues are wrong. Who am I, a power interpreter, to go?
She actually said they are wrong, and that's why she's going to court asking that they be removed.
So the whole judiciary. And so where did he send the matter to?
Court.
The same colleagues of hers.
But that's the only option available under our democratic dispensation. And she has also called a press conference and told her side of the story.
And that's the only option available for His Excellency the President. Because if they say constitute a committee made up of this number of judges and blah, 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 the President cannot go to England or UK to bring judges and make them members of the committee. So the same court the woman is resorting to, it is the same court President Mahama has resorted to. So what is the difference?
But if it was left to Asido Nketia, she must go, right?
I'm saying that I am not satisfied with the way the judiciary has been handling itself. I agree with the majority of Ghanaians who think that something must be done to the judiciary. So if something is being done, we all wait to see. A change can be a change for the worse. It can also be a change for better. So let's see what is.
But that's something for you would include removing the Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokono.
That is the opinion of the people who petitioned.
And you agree with them?
But whether I agree or not, the process is unfolding. So let us see where it takes us to, whether it will lead to improvement of the judiciary or retrogression further of the judiciary.
What's the plan?
I don't know.
What's the plan with Jean Mensah as chairperson of Electoral Commission? You have consistently...
My plan?
No,
whose plan?
NDC plan or government plan. When you were in opposition, you have said that she had not treated you fairly, you never liked her. Now that you have the power where you can start processes to remove her, are you going to work on that? Or you are going to let her do her job?
We still have the power as citizens to petition for her removal. And I have been petitioned. Let's wait and see whether the rest of Ghanaians will petition or not petition.
You have complaints against her. Why not?
Yes, I have.
Why not petitioning for her removal?
Oh, when there is going to be a change, there are people who write about it, there are others who sing about it, and there are others who actually implement it. So we are the people who were singing about it. We are waiting for the implementers to come and work at the implementation.
But would she also...
So it doesn't mean that if it means you are the one who should implement it. I am very clear in my mind that the commission is not fit for purpose, and I'm happy that our main opponents who have been defending the electoral commission to the hilt, they have now come to the same conclusions that some of us arrived at earlier on. So it's like now, luckily, we have a bipartisan consensus that the commission is not fit for purpose and that something must be done there.
This is Face to Face on Channel 1 TV. My guest is
Das Wochenende gehört uns mit der Bundesliga-Konferenz am Samstag. Jetzt in allen Paketen inklusive.
Tor in Leipzig, Tor in Stuttgart. Und weiterhin allen Sonntagsspielen live.
Hol dir jetzt dein DAZN-Abo.
Evidence and realize that our fears were genuine. What prevents us from leaving them?
because they are your members. Releasing
It's
them,
not because they
allow
are.
them, let the court say
Were
should
they
go.
caught because they are our members? If yes, then they are released because they are our members.
No, they were caught because they were caught because they allegedly committed wrongs. So let
those are the
court
things.
decide that, and
Those
not
are
you, the government.
But it is the court that decided.
No, it's the Attorney General who is a member of government.
The Attorney General is the one who prosecutes the case with the court. So if the person says I don't have sufficient evidence to pursue the thing, why would you force the court? What business would the
At
court
least
then
put
have?
it before the court. Let the court determine that no, there's nothing. Let them go home. Because if you say that your brother...
But why was the nolli prosequi filed? Was it not the court?
Yes.
So they have put it before the court.
No, but a court cannot reject a nolli prosequi application by the Attorney
Because
General.
if you say, I am to prosecute somebody,
Yes.
and I see that previously the person who was in my position did not have any evidence, they were just using the court to just punish people, disrupt their lives, and so on. I'm not interested in using the court, abusing the court system to step on the rights of innocent citizens. And I say that I don't find any evidence to be able to continue with this case. So what is the problem?
The problem is that now you are also being accused of rather catching opponents and bringing them to IOCO. And
We
CID.
love to be accused by MPP.
Why?
But it is not everybody who accuse us. Because we know what they do. That's why,
Using IOCO to intimidate people, to lock people, the police CID, party members of the MPP.
So if
that you are witch hunting them.
if you are MPP, it means you can't commit any wrong, or that is a license to commit wrong without being prosecuted. Once you are arrested, it means that you are MPP, and so anything that is done against you means that you are being prosecuted because you are MPP. Why?
Your mandate is a big one. You have said you're going to reset this country.
Yes,
you're going to transform
that is
this
what
country.
we are doing.
You have 4 years to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big transformation. The unemployment situation is huge.
Yes.
Are you sure you can fix all our problems?
Oh, we cannot. We are not claiming to be able to fix all problems because societies don't have a destination where when they arrive at, they say, hallelujah, we have fixed all the problems. Because the fixing of one problem also leads to the emergence of another problem. So the good thing is for you to be able to deal with the problems as they emerge. Even if the problems we have identified now, we are able to fix all of them. The answers we provide for those problems would themselves generate other problems which successors will come and continue solving. That is how societies grow.
But you have a lot of vindication to do for President Mahama, who was rejected while he was in government and been returned to office now. There's a lot of vindication. Are you working towards that vindication to say to Ghanaians, it is not wrong that you brought the old man back? Are you working on that? Can we see some positives at the end of his
You
term?
are talking as if some group of people brought Mahama back without the consent of Ghanaians. It is the Ghanaians who brought Mahama back.
And I'm speaking for the
So
Ghanaians.
who are we going to explain?
No, the Ghanaians are the ones I'm talking about.
Let them decide that, well, as Ghanaians, we were right bringing Mahama back, or we were wrong bringing Mahama back. So it is their decision that will vindicate their choice of bringing Mahama back. So it must not be seen that NDC executives are somewhere who now have the problem of going to explain to Ghanaians that we brought Mahama back and we were right or wrong in bringing Mahama back. This was a choice of Ghanaians.
Are you going to put Mahama back on the ballot in 2028? They say that that's what you are scheming to do.
Who says so?
A lot of people are saying that.
Okay, then go and ask that lot.
No,
of
so that's
people.
what, because you are the chairman of the party. Can you say to us today that
We have
you are not
never
working?
run our party in ways that conflict with the national constitution. And we don't intend doing that. We will stick by the tenets of the constitution.
Is Johnson Asedu Nketia running?
I'm sitting down and you're asking me whether I'm running.
Are you
You
running?
see me sitting
Are
down.
you running for the flag bearership of your party?
Let's get to when we get to the
Oh, we
bridge.
are almost there. Oh.
We are not there yet. Has the party
President
declared
Mahama is
it?
not running again.
The party has not declared anything. But you see, I have been monitoring this whole discussion about who is running and who is not running for presidency on the ticket of NDC. And I keep repeating my caution that we have
Now I know I wear all these fancy clothes. I'm a big fine car now. Oh yes I do. I'm Mr. Big Stuff. Just like you say I am Mr. Big Stuff. I'm not hard.
Der Dacia Bigster. Ab 23.990 €. Jetzt Probefahren.
we have to be very, very careful about the way we express our ambitions. Whoever succeeds President Mahama will ride on the achievements of the current government. So in your effort to succeed President Mahama, if you conduct yourself in ways that will disrupt the activities of this government, in ways that will make the government less successful, then you have a bigger problem even when you become a flag bearer. So that is why I have been cautioning that let us wait till the time. President Mahama is only about 8 months in office now. And you want to struggle to decide who will replace him. You know what it can cause.
What can it cause?
All the names we are hearing, including my own name, they are all occupying very sensitive positions in party and government. If all of us decide today that, well, people say I can be president, so let me start organizing, then everybody will be going across the country, appointing campaign coordinators here, there, and so on. How do you think that President Mahama can keep party and government together and focus to achieve anything? If you are a minister and you are overtaken by your desire to be a president.
You won't perform as minister.
Yes, you perform. Everything you do will be to satisfy your ambition as a minister. And in our situation, it is worse because you hear about a chief of staff also being mentioned. So if it turns out to be true, the chief of staff is establishing his structures, making monies to prepare for election. His ministers working under him are doing the same thing.
Yeah, his chairman.
And his chairman too is doing the same thing. How would President Mahama be able to put these things together?
President Mahama
he'll
be naked.
So if we are naked and we destroy the government less than a year into the President Mahama's regime, how is anybody who eventually succeeds going to have sufficient basis to tell Ghanaians that vote for us? And again, I find it too early, because we must be careful not to insult the sensibilities of Ghanaians who voted for us. Ghanaians wanted some change. They wanted some resource. If before the achievement of those resources, we begin struggling who will become the next president, then what are we telling Ghanaians? We are telling Ghanaians that we are not interested in your welfare. We are interested in getting power. So this one has got his. I'm the next to get. So I don't care whether he succeeds or he doesn't succeed. So that is why I keep on advising party members that we have to be careful in order not to destroy the chances of this government succeeding. Because if the government succeeds very well, whoever we put there would have an advantage over MPP. But if the government doesn't succeed, an MPP will like any day to help us disrupt Mahama's programs. In fact,
so that they benefit.
So that they benefit.
Very well.
So we have to be careful. Not to begin appointing coordinators, not to begin looking at our various positions as a means of mobilizing resources or controlling power to be able to further our political ambitions, because it is very dangerous. If everybody conceives their positions as the way to mine resources to further their political ambition, we cannot handle the scandals that will come very soon.
Thank you so much, Chairman, for speaking to us on Face to Face.
Okay, thank you, my brother.
That's Chairman Jim.
Wochenlange Suche nach dem richtigen Gebrauchtwagen? Schluss damit. Dank Auto Hero wird Autokaufen endlich einfach. Wir wählen jedes Auto sorgfältig aus und du holst es einfach in deiner Nähe ab oder wir liefern es. So macht Autokaufen endlich Spaß. Finde dein Traumauto jetzt bei Auto Hero.
Während die zwei da hinten noch hampeln, haben wir kurz Zeit. Ihr feiert die Kongstar AllNet Flat und wir feiern euch.
Wieso redest du eigentlich?
Von euch gefeiert, für euch gemacht. Holt euch zum Beispiel die Kongstar AllNet Flat M.
Taking you live to the Ministry of Health, where the minister is expected to receive a report on an incident that happened at the Ridge Hospital barely a week ago. And the committee was given 7 days to present its report, and they are ready to present the report to the minister. Let's go live to the Health Ministry.
Bote, who is a rotation nurse, reported her injury to the hospital the day after the incident. That's on the 18th, and was further treated. There was no evidence of fracture on her left wrist or dislocation of her right shoulder, joint as documented by the medical records. She was, however, had been treated at the time we visited. Had been given some pain relief. It was been recommended for a bed rest and also has received psychological support care. The third objective, the state of security at the hospital at the time of the incident. Honorable Minister, the committee finds out that the security at the emergency department was grossly inadequate at the time of the incident. The hospital security arrangement of one private security personnel per 12-hourly shift at the emergency is inadequate, considering the volume of human traffic at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital emergency. A police post that is found at the premise of the hospital, but situated far away from the emergency, is also of concern. And the system is that anytime they have such altercation, the hospital has to rely on Adabraka Police Command to call for help. And that's exactly what happened in this instance. The last but not the least objective was that the committee also found that the number of staff on duty per shift in the hospital was woefully inadequate. The number of medical officers in the month of August is 1 doctor per shift. That's 3 medical officers per day who are permanently working in emergency, supported by 1 specialist per day. Any other doctors who come there as a team to attend to cases and go away. A total of 7 medical officers and 2 specialists were available on duty for a month of August as emergency room permanent staff. We also found out that, for example, out of 88 nursing staff who routinely work at the emergency department every month, only 54 are currently on duty at posts, with about 34 of them already vacated posts for various reasons. This has brought extreme shortage in the number of nursing staff who also support the emergency medical doctors. Honorable Minister, apart from the 4 main things, there were other findings that we want to bring to your attention. The committee also visited the nurse in question, the rotation nurse, Ms. Chocho Rejoice, who was alleged to have been physically attacked and was receiving care at the hospital. When the committee visited, indeed, we saw the patient in bed. The document available to us from the medical record, as I already said, had no indication of fracture or dislocation of the said staff. And he has received some psychological support as well. The committee was able to chance on the specialist who also attended to her at the ward at the time we visited. And at that time, the staff had been discharged to go home and come for review. We also found that the emergency department of the hospital, Honorable Minister, is an extremely busy place with a lot of human traffic and clients seeking care at the same time. And almost 100% occupancy at all times. It means that every time the beds are almost all full at reach. It also received most of the trauma and acute referrals across the whole region, especially in the nearby areas where they don't have any medical facility, for example, La. And most of this traffic all flow to Reach as a primary source of care during emergency. The last observation was that Mr. Opon, who was alleged to have been knocked down and who was brought into the emergency, and that called for the rest of others coming in, has also been seen, treated and discharged at the hospital. At the time we visited, he was fully conscious. He communicated fluently to us and had no obvious challenge when we went there. However, they have diagnosed him as having a base of skull fracture and yet to come for review on OPD basis to be seen. Honorable Minister, when we met as a committee, we received in-person witnesses. One of the persons we invited is Mr. Ralph St. Williams to come and testify to the committee. He agreed to come, but on the day of our appointment, he called with the lawyer that he would love to make a statement for the committee to use instead of being there personally for his own personal reason. So the committee agreed to receive a statement and evidence from him and his lawyer. Honorable Minister, I must say that I have just a brief summary of what he presented. The exhibits are all attached as a full document for your review and understanding. From his statement copy that is attached to our report, the witness stressed that his distress and frustration was escalated by a nurse who made provocative remarks in the context of emergency, and this triggered his response. He also stated that at no point did he physically assault any medical staff, or witnessed any person from among the bikers assaulting a hospital staff. He also made another assertion that no patient was intentionally filmed or videoed or targeted as his recording, because everything he did was targeted toward the delay, and that he thought the committee and any other person must have that urgent concern to see. And the last submission we've had from his 6-pager report, that he has submitted 4 video exhibits, including a Facebook live video, as evidence to assist the committee, and the committee actually gone through and you have given a report in your recommendation. So, Honorable Minister, permit me to just make 1 or 2 recommendations, and the rest are found in your full report. With respect to Greater Accra Regional Hospital Emergency Department, that's REACH Emergency Department, it's imperative that the following measures must be considered at your Honorable Office to, as a matter of urgency, to forestall any future recurrence. 1, we need to improve, there must be improvement in security presence at the emergency, the ambulance triage area, by adding at least 1 personnel more at the gate, and ensuring that the gates at the ED are always manned by security personnel. Additionally, we also propose that the CCTV cameras around is very limited to some of the care areas. And so we propose that if it is not for any privacy, they should add on some more CCTV to give evidence and also ensure that the staff will know that somebody is monitoring them in their work. Also, the police office present at the mortuary area, we propose that at least at the weekends or night duties, the police must be present to support the emergency security, to just back up the 2 private securities they have. Number 2, Honorable Minister, we also recommend that you take immediate steps to support the recruitment of additional clinical staff. For Greater Accra Regional Hospital, we focus on staff who will support emergency care. The next recommendation was that you also address to restore the capacity of Greater Accra Regional Hospital in providing imaging services. For example, X-ray, CT scan, MRI, which are all 40 at the moment. And we believe that that is actually some of the gaps that is perceived to be delaying care at the emergency, even though doctors normally attend to clients on time. But the services for imaging is done outside. And then the 4th recommendation, Honorable Minister, was to appeal to your office to recruit additional administrative managers to serve as client service officers or customer care staff at the emergency department. We find that most of the time people come in there, but the customer care and client services is lacking. So people come in and get stranded, they don't know what to do. Whilst the emergency staff are also busily attending to patients. So we need to beef up the client service aspect of the emergency care. Other recommendations we added on Honorable Minister was to build human resource capacity for holistic emergency care in the country. This one goes beyond reach. And then when we are able to build that capacity for emergency care, it will minimize the rushing of people to the regional hospitals and then the pressure we are seeing now. We also recommend that we increase the number of secondary level facilities in every region. For example, Greater Accra may have 3 or 4 in addition to reach. And when these are done, it will also minimize the influx of emergencies all coming to reach, as we have been observing. We also recommend that you put measures in place to enable health facilities to acquire reasonably priced diagnosis or radiological equipment. That's what we call PPP arrangement, to facilitate timely patient care and reduce delays that needs referral to other places to have investigation. The last but not the least, Honorable Minister, the committee recommend that you provide avenue for continuous engagement and sensitization to the public. Many a time, the public doesn't know what the emergency even does or what we do in the hospitals. So when they find themselves in that environment, they most of the time don't understand the dynamics. So we believe that if you have any avenue to educate public on radio, on television, or the ministry, it will be an avenue to allay fears and also educate the public on what the self people do. The last but not the least, we also want to look at the implementing agency, the Ghana Health Service, must immediately effect or support the nationwide emergency care. Their activity of building a customer care must be intensified, and then also ensure that health staffs actually adhere to the protocols of the profession. This will bring back the perceived loss of confidence the community may have in emergency services in the country. In conclusion, Honorable Minister, the above mentioned observations and recommendations may be addressed to prevent any such occurrences, as we have said, in our health facilities, Greater Accra region and Ghana at large. So the committee ended by saying that we support all the few things that we have proposed. There must be a training for security presence at all emergencies. Government or the ministry must address shortages of health staff, re-equipment, retooling of health facilities on diagnostic tools is very critical. And we believe that the committee is so grateful, Honorable Minister, for the opportunity given to us to serve. On that note, we want to say a very big thank you. And I have with me here the 48-pager reports, 2 of them, and also a pen drive that has videos and audios and other CCTV images that we receive. And these documents are for your examination and then for as part of the things we have recommended to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good. Good. Yeah, I'm so very grateful to the committee, Dr. Lawrence Ofori Bodu, for the wonderful work you've done so far, especially with this very short notice. You were given 1 week within which to submit your report, and you've done justice to that. We have done this because we assured the good people of this country that when the committee completes its work, we'll make the findings of the committee available to the public. At this point, we have done that, and I can assure the public that we'll see to the full implementation of the recommendations. And I can hear far-reaching recommendations even going beyond Ridge Hospital. The next phase of the implementation of the recommendations, for me, is the most important stage. And so I can assure you that not only are we going to see to it that Ridge takes back its glory, but we'll make sure that whatever work you have done will also have positive impact on the rest of the health facilities we have in this country. Most of the recommendations you have mentioned, as I've heard, I am now going to take my time. We'll have a committee in place, and then we'll digest it one after the other and see to the full implementation. But at a glance and on hearing you, most of them we have already started working on it, and people who have monitored the media space will attest to the fact that I've on several occasions mentioned PPP, retooling of our health facilities and all that. So it fits well into government priority areas, and that we'll continue to do whatever it takes to improve upon the health sector of this country. And I'm very sure that we may not be able to make it perfect, but we'll improve upon it. And we are not going to put this report or recommendations on the shelves. Immediately, we are going to start implementing them. I thank you for the opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm not sure you have any questions to ask. I'm sure this is straightforward.
Thank you
very much. I'm sure you were in church on Sunday.
No, just one.
Please go ahead.
So with the observation, Dr. Kolibu made mention that you found out that there was no delay at the place. However, the one who was seen in the viral video is saying that there was a delay, and that was why he acted that way. I want to find out, is there going to be any arrest?
No, please. This is a fact-finding committee. They are not to prosecute. They are not to judge. They have presented their report. It's a fact-finding report that anybody can make good use of their report. And so, with the greatest of respect, let us not go into the criminal issue of the matter. That was not within their jurisdiction.
This was directed to the ministry, but I get it.
Yes. So please, I beg you, before we veer into any other determination. Yes.
Okay. Please, let's take Sarah.
Okay, since this is a document and the case is also pending in court, is it possible that it could be tendered in as evidence?
As and when they request for it. If nobody requests, it's our property. We cannot rush to the court and say that we have brought you evidence. If the court requests for it, who are we to refuse the court? So please.
City.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Minister. Some of the recommendations sounded quite pressing in terms of beefing up security in emergency centers and all. Are you going to give a time frame that probably the next week or two?
As for time frame of starting work on it, I can give you. But as to the completion of when that will be finally completed, that will be another thing. As for especially the emergency issue about security, I can assure you today is what? Wednesday. By Monday. I mean, from here, I'm just going to give instructions for some of these things to be. In fact, the truth of the matter is that the very day we visited the hospital, which of course I was accused of greeting somebody, that very day I gave that instruction that they should look at the internal security. And I had the opportunity to also speak to the police. So some of these things have already started and they are in motion. Yeah. So I just want to give the public that confidence, that impression that, even if a committee is established, that's all. Only the announcement of the committee is what we hear. We don't hear the findings. Nothing happens to it. That's not going to be business as usual. In fact, I will also challenge you that whatever recommendation that has come, you also follow up to see that whether or not it's been implemented. I will challenge you to also do that.
Talking about challenging us to follow up, will you make some sections of the documents available to the
media? As and when necessary. As and when necessary.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are grateful. Please carry the news out. Thank you.
So this has absolutely nothing to do with the criminal issue or the case in court. And we never try to comment on any case in court or any criminal proceedings. This has no bearing, absolutely nothing. This is to guide us as a ministry. So the most important thing is to help us to improve upon the system. That is the most important thing. Yes. Again?
Sarah wants me to follow. Sarah wants Sarah. She wants
Sarah.
So that was the health minister receiving a report that was put together by his ministry to look into an incident that happened at the Ridge Hospital about 2 weeks ago. He has promised to ensure that the immediate recommendations in that report are implemented immediately. But he cannot give a timeline as to when all the 4 recommendations that was presented by the committee will be implemented, but he's going to make sure that the ones that can be done in the interim are done. Thank you so much for staying with us here on Channel 1 TV. I'm Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Good afternoon.